Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and today is Tuesday, July the 4th, 2017. The tarot card for today is the Five of Cups. Well, we knew we had to come across something like this at some point, right? Yeah. Happy 4th of July, by the way, to those who are celebrating. It's Independence Day here in the U.S., and if I'm not aware of any other holidays around the world, enjoy yours as well. This card, it's it's not a bad card. It's more of a reminder type of card, okay, about our focus. And sometimes we're not seeing what we really have in our lives, okay? Because it represents losses and regrets and disappointments and grieving and mourning, and usually it's like grieving and mourning the loss of a relationship, like a broken relationship. Hey, it happens. You are, after all, right now in one of the biggest transitions of your life. And it would be obvious, I would think, and it would be silly of any of us to think that, all relationships are going to be intact when we get to the other side of the eclipse season that's coming. That just isn't going to be possible. All right? The universe is busy rearranging things. So, along the way, if, someone drops out of your life, and maybe you're kind of like, wow, you know, I, I, I don't know how to take that. It is what it is. And yeah, the Five of Cups likes to remind us that while we have all of the spilled cups over here, you know, that's not where we need to be focused because there's still so much more. And it's usually that you see three cups spilled, two cups which are standing upright. And I like to view those two as though they can be taken and nurtured and multiplied, almost like the effort that is put forth in the Seven of Pentacles. Only in this case, you're halfway through, from the 5 to the 10. I don't usually talk about it this way. But, the Ten of Cups is emotional fulfillment. So if halfway through the series of cards, you've experienced some form of emotional loss, which, is distracting you from what you could have. This is what the tarot is trying to say to you at this point, is to move on from that and take what you have left and build it and allow it to grow. Sometimes people aren't meant to be in your life for the long term. And there's a different, I can't even explain it. There's a different time that's coming. And I really think, how we talk about it in phases, and I keep saying like September things feel better. Is that the point where you achieve this blissful happiness? Probably not, but I think that's where you're like getting into it and like the possibility of it. And it grows from there with, by the time a year has gone by, you're like, wow, I can't imagine, had my life stayed this way and I just kept looking in that direction at what I lost, if I hadn't focused toward, the emotional fulfillment that I could create, I would never have been here. So, this is a journey that continues and it grows, but it's allowing you, and I always say this, like, no matter how old you are, to seek true happiness. And it doesn't matter, 20, 40, 60, 80, you're entitled to it. It's your turn. So take that focus. Stop looking at what didn't work out. There's no such thing as actual failure, really, when you think about it. Things just didn't work out. They just weren't meant to be. So take that and shift it in a more positive direction and say, but look at what I do have. And I can make this into so much more. And eventually, my life is going to be full of everything that I could possibly want. Keeping in mind that what you think you want and what you wind up with may be totally different. But in the end, you're going to just say, wow. So I want to thank you all very much for listening. I'll see you here again tomorrow. And as always, have a great day.